how shallow we are?
That would be a better question for video. I don't think so.
I would say we're getting
Maybe.
about the same. I don't think we're yet seeing any light from the surface. We're seeing light from the Sirius shining down above the ROV, so that's why you're seeing a little blue in the blacks.
And watch these, the current has really picked up over this ridge. But we will see how we do. What is that thing rolling at us rolling?
Rolling rock.
Okay, thanks for letting me know.
Sure. Okay, you can come back.
Seeing a lot more of the detritus floating through the
If the
current.
ship hasn't stopped, can you get it to stop?
Yeah, let me, it should just be, yeah, we're at the end, it stopped.
Okay, copy.
I'm right over top of you, pilot.
Okay. Why don't you come up with me? I'm gonna get out ahead.
Yeah, I'm
A little.
hauling in.
I'm a little concerned. I'm full lateral right, and I'm still being pushed left. If that's the case, we're gonna have to come off bottom.
You have a
right.
fish right there to the upper right.
A fish to the upper right, pilot?
Right center.
I see it. We're gonna
Okay,
have to
thank
wait
you.
on it.
Okay. So shore-based scientists, and those of you who are following along right now, we actually have quite a bit of current. When we came up over that little rise, so the pilots are trying to make sure they can set up properly for things.
Okay, I'm pretty far above you.
Okay, I think
I'm
we're
still
good. The
looking
ship
down.
stopped. Can you take my camera? Roland, you want to start coming in?
Pushing in.
I think his head is
Got your
hidden
kill.
at the moment,
Partial.
Oh, wow.
but it just
What a beautiful fish.
at least that half is.
Max zoom.
Copy.
I don't know.
I don't think I've seen this one.
Sorry.
That's
tilting
okay.
up.
Okay, video's clear with this.
Copy. This fishtail.
So does anyone know what kind of fish
Come
this
full
might
wide
be?
before I let off. Sorry, Roland.
Yep. Oh, why?
That's a sky fish.
Okay. Thank you, co-pilot, for the
Yep.
help. Okay.
Is this a new shallow record for us?
Not sure.
Okay, you're starting to get out in front now.
Okay, good.
Could we zoom on that coral just going below?
Yeah.
Sorry, the really big one.
No, that's okay.
I didn't see it until the last minute.
No,
Sorry.
neither did I.
Want me to take a tilt?
No.
Okay.
I think I can get it here. Stand by one, Roland.
Standing by.
Okay, you can take it because it's not responding to me.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, come on down.
Tilting down.
Okay, Roland, go ahead.
Pushing in.
Tilting down.
So, Chris, do you know what this is?
Is that out of the light?
No, it's in the light.
Okay.
Just
Can you zoom out a little bit?
me
If
just
you-
getting my focus first.
Sure,
on the
yeah.
tops.
Take your time.
Good luck, Roland.
Tilting
Partial.
down a little bit.
Copy. Looks like there's some snails.
Is that a coral?
We're not quite sure, but there are some snails living on it commensally. Good spot, pilot.
Okay.
I did see what looked like very small polyps, but they were like straight polyps.
Can we zoom back in again, please? One more time?
You want to come? I'm going to come a little left, and then go ahead, Roland.
Okay.
See if we can see something with a dark background there. I'll let video give tilt commands to you, co-pilot.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find something to keep the focus.
Yeah.
I think we're going to need to go closer to the base of the stem.
Okay.
So we're thinking this isn't a coral. Perhaps it could be algae or hydroid, because we're not seeing obvious
Or
polyps.
branching points.
Okay. Rotating. Trying to. Okay. You want to
Yeah, so the general consensus is a hydroid here.
Jeez. You come up, maybe? Tilt
Tilting.
to one of those branches up there, Roland?
Yep.
Okay. Should maybe get a look at that hold fast too before we set off, or
Tilt down.
Very interesting. Nice sponge at the base.
Rotate a little more right.
yeah. How's that? A little more?
Yeah. We'll get that little bottom branch.
Oh, okay. You want to center up on that?
Actually, I'm sorry, that's max zoom, so.
Okay. Oh, ship stopped. You want to make it a little tighter?
It's up to science. I'm sort of torn if this is coral or...
No, I think we're the consensus is it's a hydroid.
Okay. Are we done
Yeah,
looking at
thank
it?
you.
Okay.
pulling out.
Copy. Yeah.
There's also a really nice anemone next to it.
Yeah, I was going to say, what is that? But is that another one
Anemone.
behind the anemone rolling?
So there's
Kinda
two,
waving around.
yeah.
So Brent Tibbetts via Dave Burdick in the chat room suggested that fish was Pristophomoides or Gyrogrammicus. And I just looked at some Google images of it, and it sure looks like it could have been. And if so, that
Okay, go
is
ahead.
one of the bottom
Keep
fish
the tilt
species
down.
that we were looking for.
Come on up.
Great, thank you, Chris.
It's a little closer at least. Come on up. There you
What am I looking for?
go. Come back down to
Green.
that
branching
yeah, the
thing.
branch.
Oh, copy. Tilting down. Alright, done.
I'll try to walk it out to the left, Roland.
Following.
Give it one tilt down.
Wow, is this us blowing it around or the current? Both,
Uh,
maybe.
it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
Pulling out.
It's, okay.
Both.
Want to get another ship move in?
Yeah. Do you want to do 30 meters now?
Yeah, I think
Since
so.
with the
yeah.
current stuff. All right.
Yeah, the shells in the background will actually, that was from me. Blowing the sediment around a little.
All right. I'll do maybe 175 at 30 meters.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Bridge. This is Nav.
Go ahead.
Hi. Can I get a ship move of 30 meters at 175 degrees at 0.2 knots?
30 meters, bearing 175 at 0.2.
Good copy.
Let's do a little test here while we're waiting.
So in case you've just joined us, we are at Farayon de Mendonezia. And this is one of
Yeah,
the
Bridge
smallest islands
Limited.
in the Marianas region. And we're diving
Bridge.
on the slope leading up to the island. We are currently at a depth of 285 meters, which is shallower than we would usually dive. We've come from about 500 meters depth and moved upslope, and what we had envisioned for this dive was assessing commercial corals as well as commercial deepwater fish.
It's okay.
But
Sorry.
instead,
That's okay.
we've ended up on this very sedimented slope, which we weren't expecting. And as a result, we haven't seen as many corals as we wanted to. We did just see a deepwater snapper. Was it a snapper? A Pristopomoides, which is one of the commercial fishes. But we're going to move upslope for a bit more, but we're also fighting some quite
a small
strong
whip
currents
curl
in this
below.
area. So it's a little complicated currently.
Looks like it's bigger than.
This white wire coral, it'd be good to zoom on that if we have a chance. I think it's Stichopathes. It's a black coral.
Okay, go ahead in, Roland. Hold there. Go ahead, take it, co-pilot.
Got it. Tilting up.
You kind of see
Tilting up.
through it, almost.
Tilting down.
Oh yeah, good spot, Chris. Stichopathes, which is a type of Antipatherian
I'm
or
not
black
sure.
coral. Sorry, go on, Chris.
I don't know about that. I'm not so sure that's an
Wait,
Antipatherian.
can we zoom in
It
again?
looks like
Because it looked like polyps.
Go on with the polyps.
Yeah. Can we do another zoom video,
It
please?
definitely had polyps.
Okay, then it's likely a whip coral,
If
which
we
is a
look more
type
at
of
the base,
icidid.
it's more stable.
Yeah, but that doesn't have polyps, right?
Yeah, right where the polyps stop.
Okay, well, let's go in here. I'm all set up.
All right.
Oh
tilting
yeah,
up.
they are little polyps. Okay, so this is not an Antipatherian. This is actually a type of octocoral, probably from the family icidid, which is a bamboo coral.
Bye. Jeez.
Oh no, not icidid.
Okay, come on. Roland.
Elisellid. I've never even heard of this. Elisellid, which is a coral family. Not a bamboo coral
Keep
at
it
all.
up.
Wait, so can we
Copy.
can we stop here for a second, please,
Stop.
pilots?
Go ahead, stop the ship. We're trying to get back up there. I'm going as hard as I can to the right.
Wait,
Is
is
this
this
a
nav?
is this a possible collection
Go ahead.
target? Scientists to show.
Hi, can we stop the ship, please?
Ship is stopped.
So this is an
Thanks, Rich.
octocoral, but it is not
Do you want me to
a
point at your
bamboo
toes,
coral.
Chris?
No.
Okay. This is not a collection target. We can continue. Thank you, pilots.
Okay.
Sorry for that confusion. Wow, I wonder what this is in
Come
front
down,
of us.
Andy.
Coming down.
Hey, Diva. This
Come
is
back
Chris
in,
Ma
Roland.
here.
Hi, Chris. How are you?
Hey, I'm just now seeing the sand dollar, and I just thought I'd chime in and give you the name. I think that's called
Just hold there on
Laganum,
tilt.
Laganum.
Sorry, can you repeat that, Chris?
So that's a... Hello?
Can you repeat the ID? Yeah, we lost you at that moment.
Pulling out partial.
Laganum, Laganum.
I tried to get over there, Roland. It's just not working.
And so it's incredible.
I didn't think that you could actually see the umbellacral or the leaves, if you will, on Laganum. I thought that was something you could you saw on Clippias there.
That's probably the best shot we've had, right?
Clypeaster tends to have a much more highly raised test in my
Okay, you
experience.
come wide. I need to catch up here.
I'll be honest and say that I'm not the expert, but
That's just my
but
tilt.
I
You still
cataloged
have
a bunch of
plenty of
these
time.
years
Okay.
ago for Rich
Give me
Moy,
the tilt
and
back.
they have Laganum has that weird
Cheers.
sort of crenulated edge and that sort of depressed center, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
There's another one. right
There
there.
are varieties. There's variation, of course, in different
Okay,
species.
I am
But
starting to get above you.
Clypeaster
Yeah,
tends to
pushing
be much more, for lack of a
Pushing past
better
the skids.
word, egg-shaped
Thanks.
and
I'm
kind
actually
of
going to tilt up.
much more raised, whereas Laganum tends to
There you
be
go. Thanks.
flat. And just to point out for people who are looking at it, that is the test. That is the skeleton of that animal. When it's alive, it tends to have sort of a hairy fur,
We're not collecting.
the spines present all over
just
the
tilt
top.
from this
So
location.
that looks like something that it could be something from nearby, or possibly is washed down from somewhere else. It's hard to say, but they do tend to occur a little more deeply than your conventional sand dollars that you would say, for example, find in Florida or what have you.
Oh, great shot, guys. So this is another one of these deep water commercial species we're after, possibly Pristipomoides zonatus.
Yeah,
Good night.
Pardon?
This is definitely Pristipomoides. This is definitely Pristipomoides zonatus, and it's quite delicious, by the way.
And so this is, the common name is an oblique-banded snapper, and this is one of those very fish that we were hoping to image today, so
come on in.
Great spot.
Co-pilot, can you take the tilt for me?
Yeah, that's my left one, right?
Nope, right.
Right.
Little pull out.
Yeah.
What a gorgeous fish.
So we go up.
Yep. Going for the eye.
Max zoom.
Copy.
Now you can just,
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
Come again.
now you can just fill the screen with him.
Copy.
So this is another species of bottom fish that like to hang out, you know, either solitarily or in just a very, very small group, very close to the substrate. And not sure why. They're a smaller bottom fish, but they're kind of deep-bodied, so it'd be hard to swallow by the big jacks. But maybe it's because of what they like to eat. Anyway, there are two types of bottom fish. There's several of them that actually like to do this, hang out by near the bottom, and then there's a few more that really like to form these big schools up in the water column.
Give me that camera back, co-pilot, if you don't mind. Oh, go ahead, Roland. Eel.
All yours.
Hold there.
Oh, the eel. Let's get the eel.
Okay, come on.
Ooh, so this is a moray eel, I think. Oh, this is fantastic.
This is awesome.
I didn't want to lose his left-hand
I
side.
assume you already talked about the anemone or something above it.
Now we want to get the fish out of the way.
Fish, yeah. Pristipomoides, we're not interested.
Maybe he can get it out of the way.
It's so funny because we're in such a shallow depth now that my guide doesn't have any of these things in it because we're accustomed to working so much deeper where there's a totally different set of fauna.
Yeah, I would argue.
Whereas this is
not
close
deep water.
to what you'd see on, you know, reefs, for instance, coral reefs, shallow water coral reefs.
So we're actually at a depth of only 285 meters right now.
Here, Max.
Copy. Zoom it freely.
Yep, just going for the two-shot.
Okay.
Pulling out.
Oh.
That's a pretty amazing shot right there.
Okay.
Full wide.
Copy. Can we do camera back, please? Thank you. Can you come find me on Sirius View? He didn't like us, huh?
No, it's more like the current seems to be bothering him. He's swimming sideways at the moment.
Okay. I'll let him go.
Incidentally, you see that it's swimming sort of sideways. They do that a lot, these moray eels, and I'm not really sure why, but I've seen this many times. They kind of like to swim like that.
Scissors are on.
If only Bruce Mundy were on, he'd probably tell us why.
Yeah, boy, he's going to be sorry he missed this dive.
I agree, Chris. This has been some of the most interesting fish, and we've seen a lot of fish on our dive so far, but these are incredible.
Yeah, once you get up into these kind of depths, you start to get into the really colorful fish. Well, it just becomes more of a fishy environment, so you get a lot of different species of different colors.
Well, it certainly is stunning every time we zoom in on one of these. So shore-based scientists, we are fairly close to getting up to the the shallowest depth that we would like to work at,
upper swing arm,
which is 250 meters, and we have several hours left in the dive.
I think they're, are they fully deployed?
So
or
I'd like to suggest perhaps that once we get to 250 meters, we could work laterally along that contour line. Does that seem reasonable? Does someone have a better idea?
Yeah, you need to turn on your...
That sounds great to me, Deb.
Okay. Anyone else?
Which way? Against the current or with the current?
I think the ROV likes to put its head towards the current, but I think we should probably ask the pilots once we get up there what direction would be best for them to move in.
How's that?
Yeah, I think that's the only question.
They want to know. They want to know once we get to the top whether to move into the current or put our back to the current. It's up to you.
What do you think? Into it?
Well, into it would mean you have to fight harder to catch up.
You got a lot more control than trying to. Otherwise, you're basically going to be backing down.
Got a C10 right on the edge of the screen, lower left, or lower right, sorry. I think it's a C10. I'm not sure. It could be a black coral, too.
Pilot, can we zoom in at the bottom center right now?
Coming in.
Thank you. But actually, there's a few things to look at here.
All right, come on in, video.
I think either are
So
better.
there's that, and then there's something below it as well.
So.
Yeah, copy.
Thanks.
It's partial.
All right, you can come in.
Max zoom.
So what is this thing that looks like a tiny pink Christmas tree?
I think we're too far away from it to image it.
I have no idea. Maybe Asako knows what this is. I don't know what it is.
Videos to bear with us.
Come out a little bit.
Partial.
All right, come
Is anyone getting updates in the event log? Is just mine that stopped?
The last position information from the ship was about 2 or 3 minutes ago.
Okay. All right, so biologists, identifications, thoughts?
See a squad lobster arm there? Or no, it's a shrimp crawling on it. That is max zoom.
Isn't that what you call a C-pen?
No, not this one. Boy, this is a bad time for Scott to come out to go. He's driving home, apparently. Sonia thinks it could be a black coral, and that's what my best guess is. We're kind of waiting for Asako and maybe some others to weigh in.
Asako said Thuorella, a primnoid.
She was talking about that.
The pink one?
She was talking about that other one that's up above.
Got it. Well, I think we're going to keep moving.
Soon?
Yeah, sure.
Are you happy where you are?
We can move. I mean, let me get up a little bit, I guess. Let's do a quick zoom here, Roland.
No, Brian.
Okay,
Holding.
Hey, we can come out.
Coming out. Forward. So you've got your back into the current now. How does it feel? Or basically you're back into the current.
I'm sorry, there is a really good coral to the lower right-hand corner of the screen, right just below the basket. I don't know if it's possible to look at that, but we haven't seen it yet, I think.
We are heading there right now.
Oh, he's front into the current, doesn't he?
Well,
yeah, I'm front into the current.
Oh, current swapped then. Current was from the east. I guess tides have turned.
This could be one of the things that we saw skeletons of further down slope.
Certainly looks like that.
Partial. This morning they were from the east, so
Yeah,
it's settled
a bit tighter.
coming
So
the
do we
other
know what
direction.
kind of, what this is?
Ooh, that guy's pretty.
That is cool.
Give
His
me more.
eyes are way out on little sticks.
Could be that other thing that we actually imaged earlier, maybe a hydrozoan. And look at that. It's got one of the little.
You get closer. Look at that guy.
Starts with an L. I've forgotten the name of the crab. Anyway, I'll get off the phone.
No, don't leave. I don't know what it is.
He's so weird.
An
The name
arrowhead?
of this crab is Latrelia, but I'm going to try to look it up in the gallery.
So Diva's outside having lunch, but she ran in to say that this is an arrowhead crab. And Asako is saying that this is a hydroid.
Thing is so cool.
The
It
crab?
is totally cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never seen a crab like that before. If he's even a crab at all.
It's like an alien. All right, we can come out.
All right, coming up.
Are those its eyes on stalks?
That's where we were. Oh, there's another one
There's
on the
two
back.
of them. Yeah.
Let's check the one on the back real quick.
Coming back in.
So that's the second one of the same type of species?
Looks like it.
I like sharing footholds.
Oh.
All right.
All right, coming up.
Yep.
So Asako is saying that this hydroid shape that we were just looking at is actually very common in shallower depths.
All right.
Thank you, Asako.
I guess we will do a 30-meter bump. Looks like D2's right out there at the end, so.
So you're going upslope?
Yeah, still upslope a bit. That's all right.
Yeah.
What
That'll
you're
get
heading
us-
at 150?
That'll probably get us to 250 or thereabouts.
Okay. Their last move was 175. Is that still good? According to the high on the bath here, or do you want something different?
Seems fine.
175 is good?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. I'll do 210s. Bridge, ROV nav?
Go ahead, Nav.
Can we do a ship
Ready,
move,
come on in
please?
video?
We'll do 30
Hold that.
meters, bearing 175 degrees
Okay,
at
come on in.
2/10 of a knot, please.
30 meters, bearing 175, speed 0-2.
Good copy, Rich.
Move initiated.
Hey, I think somebody has an open mic, so if you could shut it, that would be great.
They sure do have an open mic.
Is that a sponge?
I see polyps.
Oh. It's hard to tell.
Do you have any more, Brian?
No, that's it.
So shore-based scientists, what are we looking at right now?
All right. Let's come on out.
Look at the little ball Sirius has made.
It's very accurate location. Is that a fish? I think that's a fish.
Ooh, that is the head of a fish.
Yep, fish.
All right, come on in.
So the large yellow colony on the rock, at least some people thought that that might make a good collection, but their potential collection, it was up in the upper right-hand corner, if that's a possibility.
So when we're done imaging this fish, we will try to go
Right,
find
come
that
over,
coral,
Tyler.
Chris.
That's full wide. Full zoom.
I really like that fish.
It's a very nice fish.
I like that fish. That's
Anyone
a
wanna-
nice fish.
Anyone want to provide an identification? Oh, here we go.
This
So
is
it's
a
scorpion.
fish in the genus Pontinus.
Thank you.
He's got a little bubble on his chin.
I think that's his nose. Oh, you're right, though. It's below his mouth, isn't it?
Yeah.
So in Hawaii, we have Pontinus macrocephalus because it actually has a really large head compared to the rest of the body. But the other character you're looking for are the lures that are right above its eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And in Pontinus, they're naked. They don't have a lot of ornamentation on them, so they're just kind of straight little sticks that stick out. And that's clearly what this guy's got.
They're gonna collect.
So
that
Chris, do you know
coral
what
and
that
actually
round
slow us
bubble
down
is near
soon.
its mouth?
Stop us soon. Give it another second or two. Stop us.
No,
Okay.
I don't actually. I'm not sure I've noticed it before. It could be a little bit of a cyst or something.
We were just talking about that here in the control room. So,
All right, come on out, video.
boy, you don't even let me say it.
What was that? Watch, please.
No, never mind. So I think we want to go up to that top right corner where it looks like there's a yellow coral.
Bridge, ROV
Is
nav.
that correct, Chris?
Go ahead.
Easy stop right here,
Yeah,
please.
and there's also a weird red thing over in the lower left corner, too. I don't know what that is.
Lower left coral?
Thank
corner?
Lower right corner of this guy.
Sorry, lower right corner.
Yeah, lower right corner. Makes sense.
All right, come on in, video.
It's like there's two things next to one another.
This is a true soft coral.
And how do you know?
Do you have any more?
Let's see, how do I know, other than Gestalt? It has a very fleshy stems. They're semi-transparent, and that's what you'd expect, of course, with a soft coral. It just looks like the soft corals that I've seen elsewhere, and I think Sonia or somebody also agreed with that idea, if I'm not mistaken.
Great. So do we want to zoom in on what was just below it? So is that a different soft coral, or is that something entirely different?
So this one's, I think it's a plexaurid of some kind, but yeah, Sonia's out there, and I think she's a lot more familiar with these kind of corals down in this part of the world. So maybe she can weigh in on some of these. And she did, if you look at the chat for the soft coral first.
All right, video, let's come out.
You may have to read it to me. My event log seems to be stopping on a regular basis.
So Sonia's calling this Nephthyidae for that soft red one, and I would agree. I didn't think of that because we rarely see something like that in Hawaii.
Great. Yes, go ahead. Why, thank you.
don't know if you want me to tilt you down, pilot.
Yeah, stand by. Thank you.
So, pilot, I think when you have a chance, we're going to zoom in on the yellow thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Okay, come on in video.
Holding partial.
Stand by. Okay, come on in.
That's full.
Okay, come on out.
That's partially one full, or?
Is that a tug, or was that something else?
No, it wasn't a tug.
Well, I think there is some interest to try to get a piece of this if it was possible.
All right, now you're full.
Pilots, do we think that's possible? Sample a bit of this yellow coral?
Yeah, let me see if I can get set up, I can get it.
Okay.
It's a question on whether I can hold position or not.
We'll evaluate, and if you can, then.
Yeah. You bring up hydraulics, Jim?
Yep.
Did you call?
You're going to want the starboard valve back, right?
Yes. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to, this looks like a soft coral, I'm assuming?
Yes.
And do we want a specific part of it come in on video? Is there any specific part or section of it we want? Or a certain amount? Okay.
So if we could get a little bit of a better zoom, and then I guess just, there's no particular area we want. Just perhaps, you know, one which will cause the least damage, I guess. So maybe a side branch.
Or like that stem that's right in the middle there, just a little to the right now. Sort of close to you in the vertical stem.
Yeah. So what we're going to do, Jim, is I need you to prepare my... Do we have any samples?
No, we don't.
Okay, prepare my port bio box. And I'm going to take a snip, and then I'm going to pull off the bottom, turn my back into the current, if I can. Try to go into autos, and then try to stow it.
Okay. Okay, so what to do with the port bio box then?
Just get it ready to open.
Okay, do I need to retract the pins?
Yes,
Or
you need to retract both pins, bring the drawer in, and then extend the port pin.
retract both pins.
Perfect.
Bring the port drawer in. Right?
The whole drawer,
The
yeah,
whole
just
drawer.
the bottom all the way right slider, I think.
Close.
Close. Yeah. There you go. And then
And now
extend.
extend the port pin.
There you go.
All right, come on out, video.
You want full wide or just partial?
Yeah, full wide.
Here. Full wide.
Oh, no, retract the drawer. Yeah, but we can't open that right now.
Okay.
Yep. And you extended the port pin?
Both pins.
Retract both pins.
Got it.
Okay.
And then extend just the port one.
Just the one you want. Yep. bring my mini Zeus center? It's all the way over there. Yep, that's good. No, I don't want it on my screen. Yeah, thank you. Oh, I have my finger stuck.
Nicely done.
How's that for a piece? Let's zoom in here. Is that okay, watch?
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Come on out.
Which firebox are we going to put the Plexord in?
It's going to be port. I'm not sure which one yet.
Okay, sure.
I'm going to do port inner.
The drawer, I think, will open safely here. He had it almost all the way open and didn't hit anything already once.
Okay, we can try it.
Just thinking with his current, might be nice to at least try sitting down.
Yep.
Coming out.
Head stuff. All right, be ready to close this box, Jim.
Yep.
All right, close.
Excellent pilots. Thank you.
It's a little rougher on that coral than I had wanted to be.
It's okay. Don't worry. I'm
And
sure
what-
it's still a very valuable collection and in pretty good condition.
While you're spun up, would you mind turning on the port valve pack and pushing the wrist of the shilling right a little bit?
Wrist yaw right.
Yep, just a touch. It's just colliding with the rock box. There you go, a little more. Good. Thanks.
Done with hydraulics.
Yep. So that was port inner, watch Lee.
Copy that. Thank you. Okay, so if you're just joining us, we are at a depth of 274 meters on the slope of one of the smallest islands in the Marianas region, known as Farallon de Medinizza. And we had hoped to be diving in an area where we would see lots of precious corals as well as deep water bottom fish. But instead we've ended up on this sort of very current swept sedimented area. So far we have seen 2 species of deep water fish which we were interested in imaging, as well as a host of interesting sort of, in inverted commas, shallow water animals that we don't usually get to see because we work a lot deeper. So everything here up here has been a lot more colourful, and as well as we've even seen a moray eel, just like you'd get on a reef if you were to go snorkeling. So it's a very different dive for us. As I said, the currents are very strong, but we're hoping to reach our target waypoint at about 250 meters depth, and then run along the ridge at that depth, hopefully. We just collected our first sample, a plexaurid coral, and perhaps we'll get another sample or geology sample on this dive, but you never know. I mean, there's not been very much there for us so far.
So there's a large coral fan that's white in the upper right now. Even pass on that. I think that is different.
We're the ROV pilots are doing a watch change right now, so if we're still here when they're done, we will ask for a zoom.
Great, thank you.
Okay, I hear white in upper left.
Yep, thank you.
Nav, co-pilot.
Thanks.
Hey, co-pilot, go ahead.
Are we moving?
Ship is stopped. It was stopped 2 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago, so you shouldn't be moving. If you are, it should just be a little bit. We stopped for that last sample.
And
so
do we change heading for the sample, or?
I think they just turned over for the sample because the last heading was 175.
175.
So we can center back up and go from there.
Okay, this object center screen coming up.
Thank you, Dan.
Yes, please.
Okay.
There are 3 different things in this area that might be of interest to look at.
Okay. Stand by video. That is directly into the current. Come down a little, co-pilot.
Copy.
Okay, video, go ahead.
So this is another one of the styloastid white corals we've been seeing on this dive so far. Okay, that's great. Now if we could image the 2 others in the background, that would be really helpful.
Marshall.
Can you take my tilt?
I got it.
Come right up.
Tilting up.
Come back in video. This guy here. Watch this.
Yes. Okay. Do we have any more zoom?
That is it.
Okay, come wide video. I'll inch in a little.
Okay, I'll leave the tilt.
Full wide.
Okay. Yeah, you keep that.
So that big white one was definitely an octocoral, but you could see the little polyps along the branches, but we weren't able to get much more of an ID than that.
Hold on.
Copy.
Okay, go ahead.
Tilting down.
head-in video.
Partial.
Is that it? That's a different one, isn't it?
Can we have some more zoom, please?
Stand by, watch lead. Is that a different one, Brian?
No, I think that was the right one.
Coral.
Yeah.
So there were 3 corals in this area. And I think this was the second one we've been imaging.
Yeah, that is the same one. Okay. Okay, come closer.
Well,
Tilting
3
down.
large corals in this area.
All right, that's full.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. If we could hold that for a second.
Sure.
Okay, our coral biologists are stumped. They can get to octocoral, and then that is about it.
Hi, Diva. It's Scott.
Hey, Scott.
Yeah, this could be in the Plexauridae, the family Plexauridae. Not necessarily. Could potentially also be in the family or in the group of Scleroxonian corals. There's a couple of different families in there. It's hard to know, being in this area at this depth range, which is fairly different from at least where I usually work. Trying to nail down an ID from this image is tough, but it could be something like the Parasus that I believe you just recently collected. I haven't been on long enough to see, but the sea fans, the Gorgonians, it's a really big group. Those Plexaurids are really big, so it's hard to say.
Great. Thank you, Scott. Okay, pilot, that's great. Now if we could just get one look at the other darker coral, which was, I think, to the right.
Okay.
Please?
Come partial video. I think it's down there to the left. That guy?
I thought there was a dark one to the right. Maybe I imagined that? I don't think I imagined it.
back up.
Okay.
Back up.
Back up and pan right. There it
Yeah,
is.
there, to the right. Yeah, so to the right, yes.
Just keep the tilt and hold there.
Copy.
Okay, video.
Tilting down.
Okay, this looks like yet another plexaurid.
That's full.
Sort of this dark
Tilting
brown, purple color. Beautiful.
The right side. A different color on the other side.
Very interesting. Thank you, pilots.
Sure. Are we done with this?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Come wide whenever you're clear, video. Okay. Thank you, co-pilot.
Do you want me to tilt up for you?
Yeah, please.
Alright. Just get the edge of the skids.
Pushing past.
Okay, Nav, so you said that they came around.
Yeah, so last we were going 175. Sirius right now is looking at 150. So if you want a lateral right, and then center up with, or lateral starboard, and then center up as Sirius turns starboard.
Okay,
We can
173.
recenter. Yeah, roughly.
Okay.
So roughly rotate 20 degrees starboard
Okay.
on Sirius. If you can,
Yeah.
lateral
No,
starboard.
I'm just gonna turn and then push.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll track you as you go across until I
Okay.
get to 170.
Copy that.
And then, yeah, we're almost to waypoint 2. We'll get there in another move or two. And then at that point, I believe we just kind of want to go along the ridge once we get there.
Stay at
So-
250.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Alright, that's me at 175.
Hello?
Okay, it's perfect.
Yeah, that looks good on Sirius.
Hi.
I can hear you.
So, are you
hello.
ready for
It is
30-meter
Asako
move?
Matsumoto from Chiba Institute
175?
of Technology, Japan.
Hi, Sako.
Good. All right.
I
I
would
will
like
call it out.
to. Hello. I'd like to mention the previous Soarella.
Bridge, this is Nav.
Sorry, what was that, Asako?
Hi, can I get a ship move
can we
of
get a zoom on this
30
fish, please?
meters at 175 degrees at 0.2 knots?
Soarella is Pinoide and very common in Antarctic water and Northwest Pacific. So they are called
Good copy. Thanks, Bridge.
coral and two of small branches.
Take it, Andy.
Great. Thank you so much, Asako. That's really helpful.
All right, I got it. Tilting up.
Yes, activity black, and it looks like black coral, but polyps are much smaller.
Okay, so black coral rather than with the polyps being much smaller. I see. So did you have a final ID?
No,
Thorella?
I just mentioned the previous corals.
I got a little bit more. I'm going to come in if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I just kind of...
Thanks very much, Asako.
It was a bad side here. You can give one more up. I'm just kind of sliding down the hill. Sorry.
It's okay.
Nice shot of the caudal fin.
Yeah. That's cool. Okay, video whenever you're clear.
So I'll take a stab at this fish, and hopefully Dave or Brett, we consulted earlier on it, can actually come up with a real ID. But I thought it looked like something that's called a big eye here in the family Priacanthidae, but not sure at all. I don't know the fish. I certainly haven't seen it before.
Tilt down a little for you.
Tilt down.
Oh yeah, you can give me it back.
So I might mention that we had just been listening to Asako Matsumoto, who is calling in from the Chiba Institute of Technology in Japan. And for those of you who are following along, it's really amazing that our shore-based science team is actually distributed globally. So we're not just depending on other U.S. scientists, but we're actually depending on scientists around the world who are experts in their field. Asako is an expert in corals. And so we've really been enjoying getting the international flavor for our shore-based science team. And in addition to Asako, Tina Mallet-Silva calls in from the Shersnov Institute of Technology in Russia. So actually both Asako and Tina are on through almost every single dive with us, providing excellent descriptions and excellent identifications of different coral types.
Okay, I'm going to let the current bring me back to center screen on yours. Some more dead coral.
Looks good. A little bit out in front.
Okay.